Alright, hello there. So, last video I created some paper, or I distressed some paper like this. And then I took some of that distressed paper that I made and I cut out some die cuts. Okay, just a few, okay, maybe a lot, out of that distressed paper that I made. This is a Tim Holtz design die cut. So I'm going to use some of these to create some ephemera to go in the journal I'm working on. So I pulled this out and I thought I would start with this. First I have to decide it's from, you can see where it's from. And what I need to figure out is, here's one of my pages. Not that this is going to go on that page. I'm trying to see if it'll fit, and see, I feel like this is just a little too big because it'll be sewn in here and you really don't want something jammed right into the edge when you sew something in. So I really kind of would want it this far out, but if I do that, it's hanging off the side. So what if I turn it sideways? And the idea would be that I could put something in there. What I would put in there? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's just play with it and we'll go from there. But at least I know now I gotta go sideways. Okay. I also pulled out a bunch of different fabrics and bits that I kind of accumulated that kind of go with the theme of what we're doing, what I'm doing in the journal. So I also have, these are all little scrap bits left over from when I cut out the die cuts. You can see that this is where one of the edges was. So these could be fun to play with as well. Maybe, possibly. We shall see, shan't we? Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is, I've got my little boxes filled with scraps. And I'm going to pull some scraps out. I've already made a giant mess on my desk, haven't I? Yes, yes I have. That's okay. There's a scrap. See, I feel like this is too close in color. There's a scrap. Yeah, it's a few scraps to work with. There's a bit of, I mean, I've got lots of papers, but if I've got scraps, why don't I just use up the scraps, right? Right. Use up those scraps. Alright, well, let's see what we have. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. A bit of gold fell in there. Kind of like this piece with a bit of tree hanging off of it. And I kind of like, well, kind of want the leaf to stand out. There's a big old leaf. Okay, maybe we'll use this one, and if we're going to use that one, then I don't think I want to use the green fabric. Could use some of this fabric with the edging. That could be fun. It could. What do I want to do with it? I don't know. I feel like I have all these straight edges and this thing is like crooked. So what am I going to do with me? I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just, I don't know. Yes. Okay, we did that. Okay. Actually, that's a cute little piece right there. Right? If we glued her right there. Okay, kind of like quilting. I feel like I'm quilting a bit here. We're gonna quilt this together. Well, that came together pretty fun. What do you think? I think yes. Still have a leaf there. Can have a bit of lacy bit, because why not? Bit of a lacy bit there. I like that. Got some of this tulle stuff. I don't want to make it too thick. I'm finding I like to make thick things. Maybe I just have to go with that. I just have to like own the fact that I like to make thicker things and just have a thick journal with only a few pages, but like really cool thick stuff in the page. I think there's a bit of this like sticking out. Kind of like that idea. I don't know. Again, just play with it. Okay. We kind of squinched it a bit. There we go. If it was under the leaf. I'm one of those that kind of likes to build it and then glue it. If you build it, will they come? I don't know. I may have just eaten some chocolate and that might be affecting me. Just maybe. See, I don't know if I'm in love with this. Maybe just under it. See, I just messed it all up. Oh, my daughter is calling me. Ellen, I'm in my room. You can get yourself water. The joys of having a 5-year-old. Oh, apparently I have to get her the water. Well, that's not happening, is it? Nope. Nope, it is not. Okay. I think I'm gonna lay down my base. I think I'm happy with what I've got here. I know I just threw this little piece in here. Like, what did you just do? Did you just throw that in there? Yes. Yes, I did. I just threw it in there all willy-nilly. Why not? Right? There's no reason not to. All right. I lost my book page. They had something here. Hold on. This is teeny weeny, but this will still work. Okay. This buddy. Lovely. Okay. So now, gotta remember what I did. Do you remember? I know this one goes down first. Crooked or straight? Crooked or straight? We're gonna go crookedy. Like that. That's what we're gonna do. Where's my glue? There be the glue. Oops. Sticky. I don't know what it's sticking to. Doesn't want me to run my glue around the edge. Not so concerned with the middle part because I know I'm going to be gluing things on top of it. Lovely. And then I had stuck this guy down in here. Get that edge. Wow, not cooperating today. That's all right. You will get glued, whether you like it or not. It's gonna happen. So accept your fate. I know it'd be upside down. Drive people nuts if I put it upside down. There we go. And I don't need to cover all the cardboard. I mean, there's no reason to. I like the look of the cardboard. I like it, I say. Okay, so here's the thing where it's a little too... because I'm gluing this to fabric, I just want to use the better glue and make sure it gets glued well. Anyway, I could use a glue stick, but being there's fabric there, don't want to take a chance. Okay. There we go. Sticking to it a bit. Now, spit. All right. I think I want the ragged edge going that way. Oh, I better get my leaf. Hold on. Yeah, because my leaf kind of curves this way. And it's smoother here. So I want the raggedy edge of my paper going the other way. Kind of balances it out. I don't know. Makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about, doesn't it? I don't. I'm just good at pretending. Alright, and on this little bit, it's gonna do a little curly Q thing. Curve around the bottom. There. I don't want the whole thing completely glued down. I want to have a bit of movement there. So, there we go. Lovely, looking good, looking good. Okay, now we've come to that part where I have to decide. I might put a little too much glue right there. That's okay. Can you really put too much glue when there's lace involved? I don't know. Well, apparently there's too much glue right there. Okay, now I gotta make the decision about the tool. Oh, see, I wasn't really paying attention. I got green on top of green. Do I really like that? That's an excellent question. Just be squished underneath. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's, I don't know if you can see the difference there. Pop the tool off. Yeah, I kind of liked the tool like that. So the question is, how am I going to go about getting that on there? That's a fantastic question. I'm so glad you asked. Well, I don't know. I think honestly, I'm just going to lay down a thick line of glue. I think where my leaf goes. It's kind of where the main part of the leaf is. Okay, I'm gonna bunch it up. Squish it down. Okay. Maybe a bit more here. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never really done this before. Except I'm getting glue all over myself. That I know. Just poke it down. This is called the poking technique. Don't know if it works. Okay. Stay. Alright. Now, we're going to add more glue on top of that with this baby. These die cuts get tricky when there's so many little cutouts like this. This is going to be the topmost part. Nothing's going to be glued on top of it. So I do want to make sure it is glued well. I want it to be secure on the paper. And there might be better ways of doing this, but this is what I'm going to do. And I might just make a hot glue mess. Well, not hot glue, but a hot mess with the glue. Okay. use the end that's not covered in glue. There we go. Yeah, you got a bit of glue going on in the middle right there. A bit much right there. So what am I gonna do about that? It's an excellent question, for which I have no answer. Pray it dries clear. Well, again, big experiment. If it doesn't come out the way I want it to, I learn my lesson, don't I? Okay, I'm just gonna keep kind of squishing it down, trying to make sure it gets full contact with the paper. And then I think I want to add a bit of words to it. So actually, look at this one right here. I've got explore right there, which I kind of like. So I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to go and add some ink to the edge. And I'm going to go into my teeny tiny box. Here it is, my teeny tiny box. Oh, I do have a piece sitting right here too. I like to add a little background onto it. So I did that. I'll put it right there. That would work. Just gonna look in here and see if there's anything. No, that's actually mostly like die cuts and things. All right, we're gonna go with this one because it's almost perfect. If it's almost perfect, then hey, maybe it was meant to be. I'm gonna make this a lot darker than it is. Okay, good. Whoa, hello glue. Good thing I used the paper underneath. I don't know what that was. Other than a giant, almost giant mess. What is that? Should decide before I do this. Oh yeah. The rest of it right there. There we go. Got a little carried away with some of my glue. Hopefully it dries. All right. Because part of it is I want this fabric to stay stuck. So I kind of need the glue to hold it. There we go. And just a reminder, this was a, what do you call these? You put them on your coffee cups to protect your hand from the heat. There you go. It's done. I did it. Don't know if I love it, but it's not bad. We'll see when it's dried. But another piece to go in the journal. Hi there, popping right back in because I thought this was finished and I was sitting here, I was looking at it, I'm like, nope. So I have this little container of flower fairies. They're little itty bitty little cards with all sorts of little flower fairies. And I pulled one out and I stuck it in, and I think I like it better. So just added a little something. I was going to go grab a butterfly. A butterfly could have even worked right here. A little mushroom, but I think it needed just a little bit more. So I added just a little bit more. So there we have it. Now it's done.